Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ohmwrecker, and this is going to be another vlog of sorts, slash channel update, slash mini QA, that sort of thing. And yeah, obviously, first off, I do want to make sure to have wished you guys a very happy new year. I know it's obviously late. I've been meaning to make this thing. My sleep schedule has been completely messed up. I had to get caught up on videos. I was editing a lot of the funny moments and stuff like that, so things have been just really crazy busy. But I hope you all had a great one, and that you came up with some really great New Year's resolutions, which is, you know, something that I'm going to go over too on my end. But first off, if all things work out, there's going to be some gameplay in the background. It's going to be of depth, but it's a new mode that we had originally pitched to the guys way early on when we first started playing. Gassy Mexican and I had essentially said, like, hey, you know what would be cool in this maybe? Like a hide-and-seek type mode. That's tweaked for this kind of game. You know, obviously you're in the ocean and all that. So they whipped up kind of like a very, very simple concept, which it's nowhere near finished, but that's what you should be seeing in the background, as long as I don't run way too long on this video. You know, I need to make sure I have enough footage, but we were just messing around in the mode. Lots of bugs. It's not bright enough right now. They're talking about clearing up the water where it's not as foggy for hide and seek, stuff like that. So, but if you guys think that this looks cool and something that you'd like to see in depth, definitely feel free to make a comment down there. I'm sure the devs will want to take a peek. But anyway, with that said, obviously first off, let's do a quick channel update. I originally said, I think it was probably around the summer, that my end of year goal for the channel was 200,000 subs. I wanted to see about hitting 200,000. And we hit it, we did it, and then we got above it and then some. So looking at it, on January 1st, I had over 255,000 subscribers. So we beat it by 5,000 subscribers. Channel growth has been really great lately, guys. And of course I do want to set a new goal. It's going to be part of my, you know, my whole New Year plan, because it is very, very important to set goals and to aim high as best as you can. You never really want to just settle. But you know, I can say this right now. Now in my gut, of course I want to say I want to hit that million mark, because I would love to get that million subscriber plaque. I think that that thing would be amazing. It's so huge that it's, I mean, it's seriously like the size of a movie poster pretty much. If you look at other videos of it, I would be so proud to be able to put that up, because there's really nothing above that. It's not like you can go and hit 10 million or 100 million subs and get something bigger. That is the top tier recognition from Google / YouTube, and I would love to hit that. And you know, I guess like in the back of my mind, I'm going to be aiming for that. But a much more realistic goal, I think, for the end of the year is going to be 500,000 subs. At the end of 2015, I want to hit 500,000. I would be totally stoked if we did that. And you know what? If we hit 500,000, let's say summer comes and I'm surprised again because I already hit it or something, then I'll start aiming for, you know, a million. But I'd still be very proud if I only did 750 or something like that. Even if I only get 500, or even if I end the year at 350,000 or something, either way, it'll be okay. But I would love for you guys to join me in this quest. Let's do it. Okay, let's aim for 500,000 together. Channels grow so much based off of word of mouth and sharing with your friends, sharing links. If there's a video in particular that you guys really like, send it to your friends. That sort of stuff can create a ripple effect that is really hard to comprehend, but it's real. And you know, it's where, you know, you share with one friend or two friends, they share with maybe a friend or two, or maybe they send it to their cousin's in another state and shares with some of their friends. And then next thing you know, it's going across the country or even the world. You know, it has a really big impact, because not everybody's going to like the same videos as you, or not everybody's going to want to subscribe to the same channels as you. But, you know, that sort of thing, it definitely does have an impact. And I would love for you guys to join me on this journey. Let's do it. Let's aim for 500,000. Let's have that be our goal. And anything else, if we can make it to the 500 mark, anything else will be amazing. But that's what I'm personally going to aim for. And you guys can help me out too as I do this. You know, you can keep me posted as to what you guys really like, and what you want to see more of. Of course, I know that you want to see, at least right now, per this publication of this video, I know you want to see more Don't Starve Together. I know you want to see more Rust. Some people even want to see more Arma Life. Of course, I'm still going to also do some of the funny Gmod stuff, and Also, I've been doing some GTA, and I've got some more GTA stuff coming. For those of you guys who've liked the Funny Moments videos, it's kind of like a new series that I'm kind of starting, where the funny moments are going to be edited videos like you've been seeing in the Grand Theft Auto 5 videos. So if you see something that's, you know, like funny moments and whatever else, that's what you can expect out of it. And if you don't like that content, I'm still going to have my other series as well. Okay, so with that out of the way, you know, I do want to give a huge thanks for you guys getting me to where I am. You know, obviously goals aside, that's great, but you guys made the goal of 2014 a reality, and we went beyond it, and I thank you guys so much for that from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and you know, I know that I won't ever, or I probably won't ever be in this position again down the road if I ever stop doing YouTube or anything else like that. Not that I want to, but you know, obviously things do change over time, and I don't know. Hopefully, I got, you know, years in me doing YouTube. As long as YouTube keeps growing and it keeps helping, you know, financially, where I can actually view this as a job and pay bills. This is something that I want to do for a long time. But you know, I know that I'm very aware of the fact that down the road, it's entirely possible that you know, I might just be a gamer guy again and not really have a channel or, you know, an outlet. I don't know, I might, you know, I got a business degree because I'm really interested in business. Maybe one day I'll be working, you know, much more closely with YouTubers that are trying to make it and helping teach them how to be successful or help them be successful, but I won't necessarily be the YouTuber anymore. And it does make me kind of sad because you guys, you know, I know I get emails all the time about how I help you guys, and you guys help me too a lot. And I have bad days too, guys. You know, I sometimes get really bummed out about things or really stressed about things, and I can't tell you what it feels like to have so many other people out there caring about you and you know, sending you nice things or drawing things for you. And, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it's, you guys have done so many special things for me. And even those of you guys who, you know, have never drawn me something or never left me a nice comment, those of you guys who've just even viewed the videos, you know, it brings a smile to my face when I see my videos get views and everything. I mean, even just watching my videos, that alone means a lot to me. And, you know, I really appreciate that, guys. I really mean that. And I hope, you know, you could sense a sincerity, because I know you can't see me on the camera, but you know, it does really mean the world to me, and I will always be grateful to all of you guys for the rest of my life. This is something I will never forget. This journey, I will never forget for the rest of my life. So, with that said, you know, I know I've been telling you guys forever I want to do Q&A. Just like I always told you guys I want to do merch, and you know, we did get that Spreadshirt merch store up. I do want to add more designs to it, by the way. I know that a lot of people, including myself, want to see one that's got my ohm symbol. That we're also, I'm also talking about doing even a depth type shirt, stuff like that. So we're talking about some other designs and everything. But yeah, I do definitely want to get a logo type symbol as well, or something with my name on it, or you know, Ohmwrecker essentially. But you know, aside from that, I did want to answer some questions here. Obviously, I don't want this video to go on too long. I grabbed some questions from that last video, though, especially some of the repeat questions, and I just wanted to go through those really quick for you guys. So I did, you know, expect probably about 5-6 minutes of answering questions, or maybe more. I tend to sometimes talk a lot, but let's get into some of those. And also, guys, if there's anything else that you guys want to ask me, I would like to do a more dedicated Q&A video down the road. Definitely leave me some new questions down in the comments. Let's get some new ones in there. And, you know, I'll look for those when I get to the Q&A video. But let's go ahead and start with this. So, some of the frequent questions first. What's your favorite color? And I'll be honest, when I was a little kid, it was silver. I loved silver. Especially like if teachers use the silver stars and stuff. That shiny silver, I really liked the silver crayon. God, I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I don't use that word much anymore as an adult. But the silver color, I just loved it. I don't know what it was. It was just, I thought it was awesome. I liked it so much more than gold even, or, you know, red or whatever. I know a lot of kids used to like red, but I kind of started leaning towards blue and even green. I really like both of those colors. One of the first cars I had was a really awesome blue, and you know, I kind of want like all my cars to be blue or green these days, but yeah, it's hard to decide between the two, because sometimes if I'm looking for something happy, like blue reminds me of a sunny blue sky, but green also reminds me of like nice grass and stuff, you know, like fields and trees and stuff like that. I don't know, it just brings those kind of ideas into my mind, and it's kind of like a source of happiness for me. I'm not a big fan of winter, really, and living in the Chicago area, you know, obviously all the leaves die and fall down and the snow comes, and snow is nice when it brightens things up and stuff, reflects the moonlight and all that, and the sun makes everything bright, but it's not quite the same as seeing life everywhere, you know, seeing grass and trees and plants and all that, and the colors of everything, you know, like even flowers or whatever else. I really like that, and it's a nice source of happiness. I always kind of thought to myself, like, it kind of sucks, you know, like if, of course all of us are eventually going to die, but the fact that we have to be buried away from the sun and away from like these things, not that we were going to have like the eyeballs or whatever to see outside, but like I always kind of thought to myself, you know, if only you could be like buried in space essentially in like a clear thing, you know, and always be there with the sun. I don't know, I really like the sun and I like blue skies, and that's what kind of would suck about being in space. And I don't know, it's all morbid, but you wouldn't see the blue skies anymore because you'd be seeing the blackness of space. I don't know, whatever, I'm being a nerd. Anyway, that's my question. Okay, and here's another one. What kind of kid were you growing up? I was all kinds of things. And I know, you know, a lot of people out there say, oh, people can't change. No, people can change. I went from being a little, like, rambunctious, crazy kid to I eventually kind of chilled out, and then I got crazy again, and then I got really, like, nerdy into computers, and then, you know, I went and started getting all focused on, you know, trying to be a cool kid or whatever as best as I could. I got into sports, and then I got into computers again and kind of got nerdy again. It's, you know, that's just kind of how life is, guys. You know, things change. And, yeah, I mean, people do change. People can change. I had a lot of different phases. I really did. So it's hard to really answer that question completely. But it's okay to change. And it never, you know, if there's something you don't like about yourself, it doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. You know, things can definitely change as you grow up and get older. What would you recommend to somebody that wants to do YouTube? I get this question all the time. First off, only do it if you're actually really, really interested in doing YouTube. That's first and foremost the biggest thing, because a lot of people get into this for the wrong reasons. They want to get a lot of attention on the internet, or they want to try to get, you know, so-called YouTube money, which honestly doesn't come into play until you're a really big channel. Only do it if you're really passionate about it, you want the experience, and you don't care either way if you're going to be successful or not. Because the reality is, it's very, very tough to become successful at YouTube. It really is. You know, sometimes it's entirely about finding the right game at the right time. Look at what Five Nights at Freddy's has done for some channels. It made some channels explode. And the people that didn't do Five Nights didn't get that sort of effect. And it's happened before with Slender Man and some other games. You know, I know that even with Markiplier and stuff, that there were some games that helped him grow quite a bit. Yami Mesh, I think, the same, and you know, of course, the Grand Theft Auto 5, there are a lot of channels that were based around that. DayZ also caused a lot of channels to get really big really fast. I don't know if I've ever found my game that would make me really big really fast, but you know, I've worked as hard as I can at this, and yeah, I've been very happy and proud of what I've accomplished here with you guys. So yeah, that would be my advice, is make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't go into it, you know, just because you want to, you know, be popular on the internet or anything else like that, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's very, very tough. It's very hard to grow on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Have people ever recognized you just by your voice in real life? Not yet. I do wonder sometimes, because I have gotten some like, you know, the looks when people, like, they're trying to figure out, like, oh, I know you, I know you. I've gotten that before when I've been out to eat and stuff like that. And, but no, it hasn't happened yet. I figure it might eventually, and I don't know what that's going to be like yet. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let's see, what else? What made you want to start making YouTube videos? I've always had this interest in doing videos because I wanted to share gameplay. I really, on my end, I liked watching videos of people play games, especially if they were like new games or upcoming games, stuff like that. And I always wanted to kind of share that myself. Even before I started seeing gameplay videos, I wanted to do that. I was really just interested in sharing my experiences in games with other people. So, yeah, that's kind of where, you know, what got me to want to start doing it. And that time, there wasn't even a possibility to do this as a job. There weren't people making money making gameplay videos. It just, people were just doing it for fun. And that's when I started doing it. And that's, again, it all comes down to doing it for the right reasons. What is your eye color? My eye color is hazel. Which is a really interesting color because mine's, you know, a lighter shade hazel that's got, it's kind of like a bluish, greenish, gray type color to it, and there's a tiny bit of brown. But I've always really liked my eyes a lot. I mean, I do like green eyes and blue eyes a ton. I mean, all eyes can look good. I mean, let's be honest. You know, but I like, for me, when I was younger, like, I even considered colored contacts, and I was probably weird, but I don't know, but yeah, hazel is a nice color. I like it. I've always liked my eye color and stuff, but yeah, that's the answer to your question. Why don't you ever show your face? Actually, I'll tell you guys a secret. There was a time that I had a video or two, I think, that had my face on it, and those videos are long gone. They're deleted from the YouTubes. One was, I think they were both on my channel at one point, but yeah, they were nuked because I don't know, I kind of changed my mind about wanting to you know, have face cam and stuff like that. I don't know, I started to kind of think, oh, you know what, it might be nice to have privacy, whatever. And but yeah, actually there are some people, if they were my original subs, they might have seen me. But yeah, I did at one point, and it is possible that one day I might. I certainly have the means to do it, but yeah, we'll see. And then let's see if there's anything else I want to cover really quick. What do you think will happen to your channel when you get old? I'm guessing if you mean if I ever stop doing YouTube, well, I'd imagine that it would sit here as kind of an archive of a moment or a time of my life, essentially. And something that I would probably love to go back to as I get older and look at and see some of those old comments and stuff like that and just smile at this, you know, this experience, you know? I mean, yeah, I mean, just like I said, I'm always gonna appreciate this, always. And, you know, I'd imagine even if I'm some old geezer one day, 70-year-old Ohm, looking back and reading the comments and being like, oh man, you know, I was so lucky to be in that position. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you again, and I think we're gonna wrap it up there because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be out of footage on this depth stuff. But thank you once again, guys. You know, you guys are amazing, and I really mean that. And yeah, I hope I can continue doing this, you know, for years to come, and I hope you guys will help me do that. Hope we can, you know, aim high, see about hitting 500,000, and yeah, I think it's, you know, we can do it. We can do it. So yeah, guys, leave me some new questions in the comments, and also let me know, you know, do you guys like the idea of hide and seek in depth? If they finish it, it's probably something you'll see on my channel and probably some other channels as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for making 2014 absolutely amazing. And I'm hoping we can keep this going. Let's make 2015 just as awesome. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks again. I'll see all of you next time.